Now, ladies and gentlemen, within the last 48 hours, Valve has officially now been absent for over 2 whole weeks when it comes to Counter-Strike 2 updates. The last we saw, but also heard from the devs, was on January 4th. That was after a return from the holidays from last year. The patch on the 4th had some minor patches and also bug fixes, but nothing major or game-changing. More so specific is like fixing what most fans have been vocal about, such as the anti-cheat or adding new content. I'm not just narrowing it down to that week either, I'm talking the entire time Counter-Strike 2 has been out. These are things and complaints fans have had, yet there seems to be no change whatsoever, but it does give me some hope that we haven't heard anything from them whatsoever, which we will talk to in today's video. Today's video was actually never really supposed to be a thing. I was hoping by the last couple of days we would have seen something, or at least heard something from the devs. But as of right now, when you seeing this video, there's been absolutely nothing. And I myself, including hundreds of thousands of players, have questions. So with that being said, we're going to do the best we can with recent info and news outside of these, well, recent CS2 updates to see what's coming soon. Today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a buying and trading marketplace where you can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, then you trade the skins you no longer want to pick up the new skins you want to obtain. Any remaining cash from trading goes to your balance that can be used in any future trade. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and if you choose to deposit alongside using my code, you get a total of a 35% deposit bonus. With Skins Monkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. Firstly, for today's video, I want to go over this most recent patch to see what we missed, but also a recap to see if it would help us see possibly what's coming soon, but also check in with the CS2 player count to see if that has any correlation to how much effort Valve is wanting to or is putting into Counter-Strike 2. So as you can see, the last update was on January 4th, and there was only 4 categories, or 4 sections, and more so 3 categories. You had the UI, miscellaneous, and then maps. The maps were Ancient, and then also Anubis. For a quick recap, this was just a lot of bug fixes, but also problems other updates caused that this one fixed, at least as of right now. The CS2 demo viewer is still broken, and it has been broken ever since it first came out. This tried to help that a little bit, but I don't really think so. Ancient and Anubis, fun fact, these are actually some of the most fixed maps inside Counter-Strike 2, or what Valve likes to patch the most. I'm assuming it's because they haven't quite nailed it down on the Source 2 engine yet, and the rest was just something to do with the UI. Now where things get interesting is the Counter-Strike 2 player numbers. Now as of you watching this, it's probably going to be much higher. I'm recording this at 2 a.m., so the player numbers are going to be pretty stagnant, but right now there's 373,000 people playing at 2 a.m., which is actually still pretty good. Once again, the all-time high is at 1.8 million, and the 24-hour peak is over 1 million, which is actually very, very good. A lot of people were saying long before the holidays that the Counter-Strike 2 player numbers were up due to the holidays, but now that's clearly not the case. People are going back to work, people are going back to their regular schedule, so it's obviously not the holidays. People just want to play Counter-Strike, and it's clearly showing here, as you can see on the graphs. So after Counter-Strike 2 came out, there was a pretty big decline. We haven't yet gone back to that original player number count since the limited test came out, with 1.1 million. But with a lackluster year of content, yes, there was a new game, but I'm talking new maps, modes, and just things for people to do inside the game, with it not being an upgrade from CSGO, there's not all too much. And as most of you know, and I know very vocal about it in the comments, there are a lot of problems that have yet to happen, but have also carried over from CSGO that are still here present inside CS2. Now, some important things to note with this most recent update on January 4th, from the update last year in December going into the one on January, the most recent one, that so far was the longest stretch without a patch since Counter-Strike 2 came out all the way back during its limited test. But Valve had an excuse. They were off for the holidays, and now it's just nothing. We don't hear anything, we can't see anything. As well as most of you know, we're coming up now on a year since CS2, or now Counter-Strike's last skin release, where they added the Revolution case, and right now we're in desperate need of a new one for those skin enthusiasts, and I think it could just refresh and regenerate, if that makes any sense, some people's brains inside this game. Fans have been begging, and Valve seems to know what we want since there's leaks for the brand new cookery knife alongside dozens of finishes, and also a lot of emphasis on CS2 skins, that being on Twitter, all of social media, but also Counter-Strike websites. And then we can go back just a couple days ago when I uploaded my Paris video, the recap of how much money that brought in for Valve, let alone paid out to every individual team. We saw that Valve paid out $110 million to teams, which was the most in any CS major in history, or just a couple years before that, it was 11 million. So 11 million versus 100 plus million, that's a big number change. The reason we saw that is, well, we saw borderless stickers once again. The hype for Counter-Strike 2 is at an all-time high, but some important things to note here is that number 110 million isn't what Valve just made. They made probably much more than that. There's some calculations going around that there was upwards of 800 million capsules sold entirely throughout the whole duration of the sale, which is absolutely crazy. So rip investors, rip bozo. Now, why is that important? Why would I tell you that? Well, with high player numbers, high sale numbers, and players excited for this next major, stickers will sell well, especially if there's good stickers. They have good holo effects, they have a good background, maybe they're not borderless, maybe they are. I think they'll still sell well either way. In my opinion, I could see Valve seeing this as an opportunity to make their cash and release their case either at a later date or around then, since all the hype and the players are going to be in the game to see it and obviously open it. But why I think also it could get revealed or released at a different date, more so later on, is because we'll also have souvenir packages in the major as well to hold over those skin enthusiasts and just keep people kind of tied down. I think think also when it comes to content, especially with an operation and cases releasing, you would have thought maybe Valve would have already released one. I do too. I don't really understand why they haven't. I think with the high sale numbers, especially in Paris, and just one-off things here and there with them selling so well, they don't really need to. They want to take their time more. And once again, dating back to that PC Gamer interview that they had with Valve, they stated that they learned from CSGO not releasing content when the game is broken and listening to the fans. And they're doing that, but people are getting a little frustrated, even myself at times. But we have to be thankful for what we have. That being said, I do think we could see an operation very soon, though we haven't heard anything with leaks, rumors, or even data mines whatsoever surrounding it. I don't know if there's a big mystery or if there's really too much to think about it around this, but it could explain the long wait times in between cases, let alone content. But I think in the reality of things, it's just that Valve released a brand new game, that being Counter-Strike 2 on the Source 2 engine, completely different from CSGO. They're having to learn new things, hire more people, which they have from back in the days of CSGO, but these things take time. And as what most people will pinpoint to is a CS2 app change or a DPR update. This is what Valve and most developers on Steam send out before they actually update the game and you click that button to update. Usually there's some in-between updates that Valve sends out before they update it to make it official, but as of right now, we haven't seen any since that last update on the 4th of January. I know I'll get dozens of comments about Valve releasing an anti-cheat or doing something completely different that's not mentioned in today's video, though that is all possible and this is all speculation. I just don't think that's very likely as of right now. There's not enough leaks for me to justify that and say it in today's video. Aside from a case and some major bug fixes, we could see a new or old map possibly return from CSGO. They also could have been working on that. We know at some point Valve is going to release Train, as they have been working on it since, well, before CS2 even came out, as it was in all the trailers. Pretty much sums up this most recent update and what to expect sometime soon. It's not all too much. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are you guys doing to pass the time while you're playing Counter-Strike, or are you at all? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys.